Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to discuss navigating through the world while dating while trans. I know I made a video disclosing what it's like to date as a trans woman, my personal experience. It was more so that and focused on you know, just what it's like to go through it versus what you can do and how you can go about it. And I didn't go as much as in depth that way. So today I have literally you can't really see it, but notes just to keep myself on track and to focus on the topic. So you obviously have online dating. There are several apps you can use, from OkCupid to Tinder, and apps made for women who are trans, who just don't feel comfortable necessarily putting it in their bio or something, because some women aren't and some are. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there are apps specifically made for trans women, so there's you don't have to do that whole awkward talk of disclosure. So one of the things I like to talk about is, first let's start with online dating, because I actually got asked, have I used online dating apps and what was my experience with it, and what, I'm just gonna go in depth about that. So I had used, what was I using? I think it was OkCupid, and I was just using it because this is when I first started transitioning, and I didn't necessarily feel comfortable yet in my own skin, and I didn't know how to disclose in person or via text, or I just didn't have that courage to do so. So I went to online dating, and I was just like, okay. And usually online dating has the stigma of it's looked down upon because it's people who are lonely or desperate, and that's not the case. Especially nowadays in this generation where everything is run by social media. You don't even have to use online dating. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, people sliding your DMs, it happens, and that's how people meet. I feel like that's how the majority of people meet nowadays, or because I feel like no one really goes to clubs or bars searching for the one. Moving forward, so I did OkCupid, and I did meet somebody, and we were on and off for a year. It was an interesting relationship. Nonetheless, it was a relationship that I valued. I was really happy with the person. We're no longer talking to each other, and I've been single and away from this person for 3 months. So, I'm still getting myself back out there and doing my thing. So yes, online dating, there are apps. So that was my experience. It was very normal, and I kept asking them while talking to them, I was like, so you definitely know that I'm trans. It was just so this, I said, this was so mind blowing that someone would not see me as an object, because there are people who fetishize you and see you more so as an object versus an actual human being, because trans women are human beings, and more so they are women that should not have to consistently seek validation through someone else's eyes, and consistently have to be like, are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? I definitely shouldn't have been like that. I shouldn't have been like, oh, are you okay with this? I know it's weird, because it's not weird. It's normal. It's definitely, especially in 2016, trans women are becoming, very normal. We're finally fitting into society without being judged. It's not becoming a taboo subject. It's just becoming the norm, and I'm so happy to see that progress. I definitely, and I don't feel like anyone should have to compromise themselves or feel like they have to compromise in general to satisfy someone else, just to feel like that's the way they're gonna have validation through someone else's eyes, especially a man's eyes. Girl, bye. So yeah, I just feel like I was very that should just be no one's objective, trying to seek validation or trying to seek feel normal by dating a cis male, who moving forward. So when you are online dating, or even dating someone that you met in real life, I feel like the first rule is to disclose. I feel like you always want to disclose, just because it's safe. You don't want to put yourself in a sticky situation where you are now getting intimate with somebody and nothing has been said, and they freak out and they end up hurting you, or it can just escalate so quickly, because I'm pretty sure we've all seen in social media or articles of trans women being killed, and it's very scary. So you always want to seek someone not even a man, just seek someone in general who is so secure in their identity and their, you know, their sexuality. Because I know there is when someone is dating a trans woman, like a cis male is dating a trans woman, they're asked, "Are you gay? Are you like what's going on?" It's just like, no, this person's not gay. They're straight. They're dating a woman, a trans woman, but nonetheless still a woman, and it should not affect. It doesn't affect their sexuality. Gender and sexuality, like I said, are two different concepts that consistently get misconstrued, and it's honestly so baffling to see that. Like, I definitely did discuss this in my trans misogyny video, and I feel like a lot of misogyny definitely happens on online dating because you get a lot of trolls who definitely, like I said, fetishize you and only see you as an object, and it's so degrading, and you should not let that affect your dating experience. You shouldn't let that affect who, or getting back out there, or getting out there in general and trying to meet new people, because there are people who will value for who you are, for the, like, for what you do, and like you as a person, and not just see you as that object. I feel like one of the challenges people are gonna face when dating while trans, or trying to like get around, like, is finding someone who doesn't like do those things, like fetishize you, and just see you as like some experiment, and see you actually as a person. It definitely is hard. It definitely takes a little time because, like I said, transitioning, being trans is kind of a new concept that is still becoming the norm, or at least in my opinion. And some people are still getting used to the idea and still learning about sexuality and gender, so it's taking some time, but nonetheless, it's still happening. I can definitely see the progress. So yeah, I think one of also the challenges that I personally faced was, like I said, disclosing. But like I said, it's the safest thing. You need to disclose to someone. It sucks, but it really doesn't. Like, I don't know why I'm putting such a negative like stigma. It does not suck to tell someone you are trans. Like, being trans, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm proud to be trans, and they're like, I don't know why I have such a negative stigma. It's so strange. But yeah, like, you have to disclose to someone just because, like I said, you want to be safe. And I know I'm babbling. Like, this video is like, I went in like I said, with like a whole like notes to keep me on track, but I know I tend to ramble, and I tend to go in circles and like really try to drill a point. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Now now that I've gone, I touched base with online dating. I guess I'll go into dating, and like meeting people at like a social, like a party, or like a show or something. I've definitely done that before. I have met somebody at a show, and we started talking, and we went out beforehand, and I got to know them as a person. I was just like, you know, if I like them, I'm like, okay, so I just want to keep getting a feel for you, because what if we don't get intimate at all? I disclose to you I'm trans, and like, there was no point of all this stress. There was no point of like all this effort. Just like to fill them out first and go from there. So once I've gotten a feel for them, and I feel like, things are going in the right direction, I'll text them and let them know, or even call them, and go from there. And just depending on how it goes, I have been rejected. I have been accepted and gone further with a person. Like I said, you definitely want to go with someone who's secure in their sexuality, someone who doesn't just see your genitalia and let that define their sexuality, and see how you identify as a problem. You don't want to date someone like that. You want to date someone who accepts you fully and just sees you as the beautiful human being you are. So my experiences with that, with the rejection, it was definitely very hard. It definitely took a blow to my, like, it took a blow. I took a blow to my ego, and like, I just felt so like strange, and like, it hurt so much, and I was just like, why doesn't this person like me? Like, before they knew, they were so all over me. They like loved my personality, thought like I was, we were hitting off so well. Just why is this person letting such a small thing get to them? And then there are people who have been just like, I don't care. And it's so awesome. It's just like, those are the people I want to be with. And it's such a stress reliever to just be like, so this is this, take it or leave it. And to have them just accept you for that and just keep going with it. And I did have the pleasure of meeting a guy like that. It didn't necessarily work out, just because like I lost interest, just because that's just me. I unfortunately, I do lose interest in men very quickly, and I don't know why. But moving forward, let's not get into that. So that's been my experience with that, and how I go about it and what I do. I want to wrap this video up just by telling you guys that my fellow trans girls who are out there breaking their ass and just trying to live a normal life and just, you know, find someone that loves them. Like, there's someone that will love you. There's someone that will value you for the person you are and not see it, or like you transitioning as a problem, because it isn't a problem. So you will find it. Just don't settle, don't compromise, don't feel like you are below a cis woman. Don't compare yourself. Don't feel like you are not worthy of love or a healthy relationship like everybody else, because everyone's deserving of it. And if you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comments. Feel free to subscribe to my channel and spread the word. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I really like making videos like this and just empowering other women like me and just letting them know that they are women and human beings that deserve compassion and love like anyone else on this earth. So until next time, bye guys!